So we're going to talk about dog training business preparedness, or how to prepare your dog training business for a disaster. You probably think I'm going to be talking about stuff like this. Put your name on top of your crate. Probably better to do it with a Sharpie, so that if you have to evacuate to a shelter with your dogs and they put the crates in another area, everybody knows which one's yours. But no, this video is going to be more about business disasters, financial related disasters, marketing, advertising, those types of things, because that's what this channel is about: marketing and running your dog training business. Hey, I'm Adam Katz for DogTrainerToolbox.com. I also run Facebook ads for dog training business owners just like you, as well as non-dog training business owners lately. Number one, get insurance so that the turkeys don't take everything you've got. And I can't zoom in, sorry. Guys, this is a crazy business. You're dealing with the general public, and it just makes sense to have business insurance. Now, I've owned 3 dog training businesses over the past 30 years or so. The last one in Northern Nevada, we used the Hartford for our insurance, but you might want to log into my group on Facebook. It's called the Dog Trainer Marketing Group. There's over 5,100 professional dog training business owners. Use the search feature and look up insurance and see which different companies different dog training businesses are using, and then make a list, call around, see who has the best rates or offers the best coverage. Because even though you think that you probably don't need it, nothing will happen, crazy shit happens in this business. You may be out working with a client's dog, a stray dog runs up and bites the client's dog, or the client for that matter, and next thing you know, you're the one being sued. Crazier things have happened. So you need business insurance if you have any kind of assets, even if you don't have assets, because you never know if there's going to be a judgment against you. The other thing, the corollary to that is, you want to set your business up as either an LLC or a C Corp. Or an S Corp, typically. Talk to your accountant, see what's best for you in your situation. We actually, I think we used an LLC for our last business. I use an S Corp for my personal business. That gives you an additional layer of protection. So you get the insurance to insure the business insurance to insure the business. That gives you 2 additional layers of protection. You're going to need it in this business, trust me. I mean, even if you never file a claim, it's just good sense to get insurance. Point number 2, numero dos, is you want to have at least, in my opinion, 6 months to 12 months worth of cash set aside, either for your business or, if you're a one-man show, your personal living expenses, right? Because in the event of a disaster, you may be unable to make a living for 6 to 12 months. Hard to say. I'm a little bit more conservative, so I like to keep closer to a year's worth of cash stashed away. Now, some may see that as being a little bit foolish, but it helps me sleep at night. You don't want to be in a position where suddenly, imagine you're in North Carolina, in western North Carolina, in a mountain town, and your entire town gets wiped out, and you have to start over from scratch somewhere else. It would be nice to have a little bit of a financial cushion. I mean, I shouldn't even have to tell you guys this. It just makes good sense, right? So 6 to 12 months worth of cash set aside to keep your business afloat in the event that something happens. Point number 3 is that you need to invest in multiple forms of lead generation. Even if you're completely booked out, you still want to have multiple forms of lead generation. Maybe you don't have all of them operating or running at any given time, but you know how to get them up really fast and make them work. When I first started my first of 3 dog training businesses that I've owned over the past 30 years, it was in the early to mid-90s, and I had gone around to all of the local pet stores, including, I think it was just Petco at the time. Petco was the big box. I think it was even before PetSmart, if I'm not mistaken. And I was getting more leads than I can handle just from having my brochures and my business cards at the local Petco and at several of the different Petcos. Just that alone. Overnight, they decided to work with one large company that was able to service all of the Petcos in the entire Los Angeles area. And they took my business cards and brochures out, and my phone overnight stopped ringing. And I was in a tough situation. I had to really scramble. That was one of the things that motivated me to figure out how to start buying actual advertisements for my dog training business, was because I wanted to grow. I wanted to make a certain number every month, and I wasn't going to do that just by what was trickling in at the time. 4 is to find a friend, not just any friend, but a friend in your city who owns a dog training business. Now, I know a lot of you guys don't like to be social, but it's really important that you go out and you make friends with the other dog trainers in your city. Probably a lot of them are not going to like you because they're going to see you as competition. But if you get out there, especially if you're involved in local dog sports or obedience competitions, where you're going to meet at least one. It'd be better if you can meet 2 or 3, but you want to have at least one other professional dog trainer in your city that you know, that you trust, that you feel is a competent dog trainer who, just in the event that you're incapacitated for a couple of weeks or a month or who knows what, you can call up and they can come and step in and help your clients while you're unable to do so. Number 5, another slightly controversial one, is to keep your operation lean and mean, and don't sacrifice profitability for growth. Growth is great, but you got to have the cash flow there. You got to have the money coming in far over and above your expenses. So the more you can keep expenses lean and mean, the better you're going to be able to weather the storm. Number 6 is to network with other dog trainers in other parts of the country or even other parts of the world. A great way to do that is by joining the Dog Trainer Marketing Group on Facebook, my group, where you'll be amongst over 5,100 other professional dog training business owners, swapping secret strategies, tactics, and tips. But the main reason you should join is that you're going to get in touch, as well as any other dog training Facebook group, with other professional dog training business owners. And in the event that you are completely wiped out in your area, if there's some type of natural disaster or man-made disaster for that matter, and you are unable to continue running your dog training business in your city, wouldn't it be nice to have friendships and people that you know in other parts of the country that you can immediately call up and say, hey, do you have an opening for me? Can I come work for you? Because good dog training companies, the ones that are really growing aggressively, they're always looking for competent dog trainers who also know how to sell, for that matter. If you can bring those traits to the table, you almost guarantee yourself of always having a job. And that's probably going to be a lot better than having to get a job at Home Depot or something, or some McDonald's, some retail job. If your passion is truly training dogs and working with dog owners, having a network of dog training business owners that you're on a first-name basis with around the country or around the world, that you can go and get a job from if push came to shove, is a very, very smart thing to do. Number 7 is to always be aware of different markets and where you could go if you had to leave your city and start your dog training business over in another city. Where would be a good market to do that? Now, I'm not going to tell you what those are, because partially it's a personal choice thing. You know, some people like to live near the coast. Some people like to live in the mountains. Where, you know, that's personal to you. But there are areas, I can tell you, there are areas in the country, in America, and probably overseas too, that are better than others for running a dog training business. Now, a lot of the franchises will tell you it doesn't matter, you can make money anywhere, and that is true. But I have noticed, you know, having run ads for dog training businesses over the past 10 years or so, is that there are certain markets that are strong responders. That means you get way more leads for way less money, and people are very enthusiastic to hire a dog trainer. So if you need to start your dog training business over from scratch, would be a good idea to have thought about where some of those places might be good for you, and might be good for your business if you had to start over. And our final point, number 8, is that you need a demo dog. Now, before you click off this video, let me be clear that a demo dog may be different. What I think of as a demo dog may be different from what you think of as a demo dog. So for me, a demo dog is that I have a well-behaved, attractive, approachable dog that I can take with me anywhere, that has a really solid downstay, has a really good sit stay, is just a well-behaved dog, the type of dog that most of your prospective clients would want. Now, here's why. If I have to, God forbid, relocate my dog training business to a new city after some type of a disaster, I need to get up and running with new clients as fast as I can. Now, you may be able to do that with advertising. Frequently you can, but that's an out-of-pocket expense. I know that if I want to get up and running, I need to get the maximum amount of new clients I possibly can. So let me tell you a very, very quick story. A few years ago, I was out visiting my sister. Carla and I went out to San Jose, California. That is a very congested city with a lot of tech money. And we were supposed to meet my sister we were supposed to show up at her house or meet her at her house at 3 o'clock after she gets off work. And it was 12 o'clock, and both Carla and I were hungry. We had 2 dogs with us. We had a Dutch Shepherd and a Golden Retriever. We went to a Chipotle for a couple of burritos, and the weather was nice, so we sat outside, put the dogs on a downstay. There were a lot of people. It was a little shopping center, and there were a lot of people walking past. And in about 35 minutes, we had no less than 3 people stop and ask us if we were professional dog trainers. And so you think about that, 3 potential clients. Even if they didn't end up being clients, they're people that you can give your business card to, and maybe they know somebody who's looking for a dog trainer. But I felt really confident that at least 1, maybe even 2 of the 3 were people that I could have sold right there had I had a business or was starting up a dog training business in San Jose. I wasn't, but the fact that, shoot, you can go out, have a burrito, take a dog with you, and have people come up to you and ask you if you're a dog trainer, super powerful thing. Does that happen every day? Probably not. But I'm sure, I'm not guessing here, actually I know, it happens frequently enough that it makes it worth having a demo dog that you can take with you anywhere, and people will look at it and say, hey, I want my dog to be just like that. Can you help me with my dog? Hey, I'm Adam Katz for DogTrainerToolbox.com. If you need somebody to run Facebook ads for your dog training business, I've found that Facebook ads, you can get leads for about 30 to 70% less than you can with Google Ads. Google Ads still a good idea. You want to not put all your eggs in one basket. But if you haven't tested Facebook ads, get in touch with me at DogTrainerToolbox.com, and we can set you up for a 30-day test to see how it works, and then kind of go from there. And if we can get a campaign dialed in, you will be off to the races, getting good leads, desperate dog owners calling you each and every day, each and every week, and each and every month with your new Facebook ads campaign that this good-looking guy runs for you. Talk to you soon, guys. See you in the Dog Trainer Marketing Group on Facebook.